All right, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Brainstorm, 1983. This is going to be another sci-fi flick about government program involving brain stuff.
Daddy, I got a diamond boot in Minecraft.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm giving this one 3 out of 5 stars. I thought it was all right. It's got an all-star cast. It's got, let's see, Christopher Walken, Louise Fletcher, and a bunch of other people, familiar faces, Cliff Robertson. And it's about this this scientific research facility. It looks like SRI, Stanford Research Institute, where my grandfather worked for 40 years. And Christopher Walken is sitting in a chair with this contraption on his head. He's able to taste and see through the eyes of a monkey. He's able to taste through another person's senses and see through the eyes of a monkey using this head contraption. So basically, the device allows you to sense other people, what other people are sensing in terms of taste, emotion, gratification, and so on and so forth. So what it does is it records the stuff on a little spool. Then you're able to replay it whenever you want. And so it's like a existence kind of thing. I don't know. So the people in this movie act ridiculous, and by the way, Natalie Wood is in it. Forgot to mention her. She died during this movie in 1981. Drowned to death off the coast of Catalina Island. And so this movie just sat on the shelf for 2 years. They were going to do a big finale scene with her, and I guess they couldn't figure out what ending to use. The ending is pretty bad in this one, by the way. And so Christopher Walken is married to Natalie Wood, and he works with chain-smoking Louise Fletcher. Cliff Robertson brings some military guys in. They're the chief sponsors of this project. And basically, Louise Fletcher tells them off. She doesn't want any part of the military-industrial complex, which is understandable. She's holding up her principles, which is admirable, I guess, in this instance. And then she has a heart attack from too many cigarettes, presumably. She goes on the machine to record her death, and then Christopher Walken rewinds it, and he starts having a heart attack. So he takes out the sensory element out of the spool, and some other guy who's working for the military, he decides to experience the whole shebang, and he ends up having a heart attack and dying. Then Christopher Walken and Natalie Wood both get fired. Meanwhile, there's this guy Hal. He he's got some kind of girly spool that that he gets addicted to, and they put him on disability. So Hal is helping Natalie Wood and Christopher Walken while they're unemployed to get back at this organization. Christopher Walken finds out that they're using the device for torture, which is kind of a prediction of things to come here in the United States now. Torture is used readily and quite often. So that was pretty cool. The torture sequences towards the end are pretty cool looking. There's one scene that looks like the insides of a monster. Not sure what that's all about, but goofy kind of slapstick security guard slipping and falling when the whole facility goes haywire. Natalie Wood and Christopher Walken pretend like they had a fight, and then they're talking on the phone like they're trying to reconcile. And then meanwhile, they're busy on the keyboard hacking into the robot computer system, whatever it is, and just causing it to go all kinds of haywire. And oh yeah, in the beginning of the movie, Christopher Walken and Natalie Wood are estranged. Christopher Walken kisses Louise Fletcher a bunch of time. One time in front of Natalie Wood. And then Natalie Wood's got her interesting sidekick. I really couldn't get into either character, really, because I don't know. Christopher Walken tries to be like a genius, but the premise was too far-fetched for me. And then Natalie Wood is just boring. she just her acting in this one is wooden, no pun intended. I don't know if she was told to act like that, or she just burned out from too many movies, I guess. I don't know. But it's kind of ironic that Louise Fletcher dies in the movie, and then in real life, Natalie Wood dies. So at the end, they devote the movie to Natalie. I guess they mean Natalie Wood. I don't know who else Natalie is involved with this movie. But anyways, I was disappointed. I was expecting more from this movie. Netflix analytics predicted that I'd give it 5 out of 5 stars, but giving it a 3 out of 5 stars, which is similar to the ratings on IMDb. I think it gets about a 6 out of 10 on IMDb, so that's pretty consistent with IMDb ratings. So I'm guessing it could have been a better movie, a better ending if Natalie Wood hadn't died and they weren't forced to put it on the shelf for 2 years or whatever. So yeah, it's unfortunate. One of those Hollywood tragedies. And I said I was going to watch Wild Gals of the Naked West. It's called Naked Gals of the Wild West. I don't know why I mixed up the words, but I'll try to take a nap and then I'll watch that. I'll post that review next, as promised, later